here with my friend, Maryruth Dilling, and she's from Kindling Dreams, and we're going to talk about preparedness. You know, it's important to be prepared for the inevitable. Just like Maryruth has often said, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And who knows what it could be? You know, there could be a truck who crashed and they're evacuating the neighborhood
because of a chemical spill.
Yes, it could be anything, and we hear these things. It could be a storm coming in or a wildfire. So even though we might live in a place where we feel safe, it just might be good to be prepared. And we've, you know, at the time, when you view this, I don't know what the time is, but we're in the middle of the COVID pandemic, and people had to isolate at home. Things have disappeared off the shelves. So those who have prepared their pantry, you know, stockpiled in preparation of an emergency, or even stockpiled, it's
bulk buy.
Basically bulk buy. Yeah, we're not talking about stockpiling. That's actually a back word because that makes us think about toilet paper disappearing off there. And I don't mean that. It's important to be thoughtful of others. But bulk buy, you know, you go to Costco and you bulk buy, you save money, and then you have it in your pantry in case there's an emergency. Mm-hmm. You know, maybe just buy it more often so that you don't clean your pantry out all the way. Just keep it fresh. So I am going to ask Maryruth here, what are your suggestions for bulk buying for our pantry in the case of an emergency or an evacuation, any of those kind of things?
Okay, let's see. Because I stress cooking from real ingredients.
Yes.
Versus packaged foods, my recommendation for preparing your pantry for an emergency might be different than other people who talk about preparedness, who may have you buy a dozen bottles of ketchup or 24 jars of peanut butter. What I would recommend would be things like oatmeal.
Okay, because we're coming from a natural health
perspective.
Yes.
Yes. Using real food. So oatmeal, your various beans.
Okay, both dried?
Yes. Dried. I would also, if able, have some canned beans.
Okay.
Okay, just because, especially when an emergency first occurs, mm-hmm. you are in a high stress situation, and you are going to need quick and easy to prepare meals. Now, some of this can be foods you have canned yourself.
Okay.
Such, you can take your garden produce and make sauerkraut. You mentioned for the healthy gut.
Yeah, healthy gut that you ferment. Okay,
soups. You can make soups. If you are a meat eater, you can can your own meats. You can buy dry beans and then can them, cook them and can them.
Okay, that's good to know.
So various rices, you can have some that is already cooked, and it would be easy to just rehydrate.
Okay, so if there's a sale at the grocery store of navy beans, for example, you can just buy a ton of them and then cook them and then can them?
Right.
Okay.
Right. And you can, so beans, rice, oatmeal, raw honey, your seasonings like garlic, onions, rosemary, ginger. Now, these seasonings I'm mentioning, Himalayan salt.
Oh, okay.
Okay, baking soda. Things like this. Baking soda has medicinal value.
Okay.
Himalayan salt has medicinal value. Oh. Garlic, ginger, rosemary, oregano. These all have medicinal purposes.
Wow. So they're beyond just everyday use. They're things that would really benefit us in the case of an emergency.
Right. Turmeric.
Okay.
A lot of people think of turmeric as a little bitty spice bottle. You can buy it in bulk. I usually buy probably a quart at a time.
Okay.
Because I make turmeric paste, which is a medicinal anti-inflammatory.
Oh, okay.
So turmeric can replace 14 prescription medications.
Whoa!
Okay, it's great for blood sugar regulation, as is flaxseed. So you could bulk buy chia, flaxseed, quinoa, millet. I'm going through my pantry right now.
That's good. We're getting a verbal peek into her pantry.
Maybe coconut milk, your nuts, almonds, cashews, pumpkin seeds, walnuts.
Okay. And those are things that you can bulk buy in your grocery store, just from the bins.
Yes. Winco is my favorite store. If you are blessed with a Winco in your area, do not forget to thank God on a regular basis. If you are not near a store like Winco, then you can buy bulk, like 50-pound bags, 40-pound bags of different items.
Okay.
From like Azure Standard. And I believe there's another company, something, I think it's Country Life. I'm not sure if I'm remembering that right. I think Azure Standard is the better known. But
okay.
There's a lot of stores out there now offering bulk buys on your basics, beans, rice, oatmeal, things like that. And you can even, I do not recommend, but you can get those like Thrive cans and things like that. That's a very expensive way, but a lot of people do it that way.
The freeze-dried foods.
Yes. The freeze-dried foods.
I have friends who have that opportunity for us to do that. We can buy from, we can buy that from friends that we know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fantastic.
So, yes. So when you stock basic ingredients, you are ensuring better health after a crisis. When you stock convenient food-like products, you are ensuring worsening health after a crisis.
And if the crisis is extended over a long period of time, our energy and our health is not something that we can risk.
Right. And stress creates leaky gut.
Oh boy.
So you are going to want to be proactive in planning ways to relax, deal with the stress in a proactive manner, and make sure you have items set aside to take for your additional nutritional needs. Because when you are in a state of stress, your body uses up nutrients at a faster rate.
Okay. Yeah. What about supplements?
Good question. Probiotics.
Oh, yeah.
I've got to put a plug in for Amari, of course. But outside of probiotics, D.
Vitamin D, okay.
Vitamin C, ginger, garlic,
okay,
magnesium, zinc. Okay, those are huge. I cannot emphasize C, D, garlic, ginger, turmeric enough.
Wow.
Okay.
So those are good ones to really stockpile. Excellent.
Yes, and the thing is that these nutrients can be used for many health conditions. Okay.
Nice.
So what I do is I buy a 1 pound bag of organic sea powder every 2 months.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yes, I have it on Subscribe and Save at Amazon. Great way. Yes, great way to be in it, to be frugal and develop a pantry of natural remedies.
Good to know. Good
Yes.
to know, because it will never ever go to waste. We will always use these things. These are the very things we should have in our daily life anyway.
Right.
And by bulk buying, we're saving money. But then if we bulk buy and stock up, then we are prepared in the case of an emergency.
Yes, and one of the things I really love about my bulk buying is that when I have loved ones who have something come up and they're sick, I can bless them from my extras. And just like
Yes.
a friend recently, I brought a brand new bag of vitamin C. When I go
Nice.
home, the bag stays here because I'm able to bless her without hurting my own self.
Isn't that awesome? That's
So,
awesome.
Bless from our abundance.
That's right. Because we've planned ahead, we have
Yes.
a plan, and then we can be a blessing to others. That's awesome.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for that insight. I appreciate it.
Glad to share.
And Maryruth Dilling of Kindling Dreams, and you can find her on kindlingdreams.com and on Facebook on Kindling Dreams. So thank you for hanging out with us. I hope you found something of value.